Dave Rubin, the woke mind virus has infected our government, education, and entertainment institutions. The Rubin Report host reacts to The Sims 4 allowing characters to have double mastectomy scars and chest binders on America reports. Actor Rainn Wilson criticized the anti-Christian bias in Hollywood on Saturday after the latest example from the HBO series The Last of Us. From his Twitter account, the former The Office cast member called out a recent episode of the series for featuring a villainous character using Bible verses in what he suggested was a predictable formula. "I do think there is an anti-Christian bias in Hollywood. As soon as the David character in The Last of Us started reading from the Bible, I knew that he was going to be a horrific villain. Could there be a Bible-reading preacher on a show who is actually loving and kind?" Wilson tweeted. The Last of Us, a post-apocalyptic show based on the video game of the same name, featured a group of cannibals led by what appeared to be a Christian preacher. The group justified their actions by quoting Bible verses, and a later scene featured the preacher attempting to rape the series protagonist Ellie, a young girl. Office actor Rainn Wilson called out the anti-Christian bias in Hollywood in a recent tweet. Office actor Rainn Wilson called out the anti-Christian bias in Hollywood in a recent tweet. "Villainous cannibals in HBO's Last of Us spout Bible verses, preach Christianity." Others agreed with Wilson's criticism and pointed out how The Last of Us was hardly the first example of Hollywood's anti-Christian bias. Defamation of Christianity has become the most unoriginal and tired clichés in movie/TV series storylines. Its prevalence is much more than a bias against an entire people. It is meant to undermine faith and position the secular-minded as only ones with altruistic intentions, Libra Initiative President Daniel Garza remarked. New Christendom Press CEO Eric Kahn tweeted, "Goes back to Mr. Collins in Austen's Pride and Prejudice. The preacher man is nearly always portrayed in a negative light. Also true of Hollywood today. I lean left, but Last of Us still made me roll my eyes quite a few times with its Hollywood nonsense. Had to stop watching," Medium writer Sean Kernan commented. EV Magazine founder Brittany Martinez wrote, "As soon as the pastor started reading from the Bible, I knew he was going to be awful. I was like, watch that guy be David, the creepy cannibal from the video game. And then it was David. Shocked. Surprised. Never seen it before. He wasn't a pastor in the video game. Indeed, making Christians the bad guy in the show is the norm, nowadays," Christian writer Eric Stetzer tweeted. "We've all known this for a long time," Rainn, recording artist Sean Foyt wrote. Several Twitter users agreed that the Hollywood has long since shown its anti-Christian bias. Several Twitter users agreed that the Hollywood has long since shown its anti-Christian bias. Biblical drama centering on controversial passage in Scripture enjoys crowdfunding success. Wilson has previously promoted left-wing issues from his Twitter account. In November, he announced efforts to change his name on social media platforms to Rainfall Heatwave Extreme Winter Wilson as an effort to promote climate change activism. "I'm hoping this name change brings attention to this growing, melting issue. We need world leaders at 27 Colombian pesos to take notice and take action. The Arctic is melting at millions of liters per second, yet this problem can't seem to make a name for itself, so it's up to us to make a name for it," Wilson added. Actor Rainn Wilson attends the 2022 Beyond Fest, Weird, the Al Yankovic Story screening at the Aero Theater on October 6, 2022 in Santa Monica, California. However, in a follow-up tweet, he later claimed that Twitter prohibited him from changing his profile name due to Elon Musk's new policies. P.S. They won't let me change my name because, Elon. Wilson wrote.